I know Edwin was recording too, but I need to make sure it does to my computer so I can, well, hopefully it's recording because now it says pause and stop. Okay, usually it pops up and says, Sandy, make sure you're using the UK flag.
I don't know if I'm in my profile.
Oh,
I'm logged in to, but when I'm in the Visit Sweden site from the link that you sent, I don't know how to sign in from
okay,
there.
so you should be able to just click, well, if you click the link, it should take you right there. Otherwise, if you go into OTT,
So I'm on that screen, the Visit Sweden.
oh, then this is where we're starting.
Okay, but then so I just know I'm signed in under me. I don't know.
Yeah, you should be if you're in here. So
Okay, all right. Thanks.
you're welcome. All right, so everybody here, I did the link you provided, but didn't see anything UK. Yeah, so what I was saying is if you went into just regular OTT like this, into your profile, over here, there's the flags, and then in the bottom, there's the flag. So a lot of times when you just register, you're in the US flag, okay? So you won't find it. As you see here, they don't have as many trainings and stuff in the US. So that's why we choose the UK. And then there's a lot more training. So it must be OTT, must be a UK program. And as you see here, lots and lots of different courses. Okay. So, but if you clicked on the link, you've already been in OTT, you're already here. Okay. But if you didn't click the link and you're in the US flag, you won't find Sweden. So hopefully everybody's here. Again, we post the links here under our certificate workshop. So again, tomorrow we're doing Hyatt updates. So right here, so you'll want to go in and pre-register Greece TBO Academy. That's this one. Okay. So again, the links are already there, so you can pre-register, the first of the month when we put these out. That way you're ready to go. Okay. All right. Can you drop the link for today? Yeah. So it's actually right here. And then also I am recording these, so they are on my YouTube. So for any reason you have to jump off. Sometimes, we get done in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. Sometimes it's 6 hours long. So you never know. But I do record. Is there any way we can do a Finland one, or do we have one already? All right, so I'm just going to check my YouTube here. Finland, because as I said, we try to do these every year. So we did this 2 years ago. Okay, so you see here, it's on my YouTube. Okay, so we can add that for next month because it's due to be redone. All right, so let Christine know. Hey there, if you're working on the schedule for next month, let's add Finland and Belgium if we can. Thank you. Okay. All right. So again, you guys could check these and see, which trainings we've done. And let me just see on here at Belgium.
I can't find Sweden.
Okay. Go here to the main page. Okay. Make sure you're on the UK flag. And then from right here, you could either do probably destinations, but I would just type in Sweden here. And it should pop up. It should pop up. It didn't pop up. All right, let me see why. Visit Sweden. Let's see. Let's go back to destinations. But click on the link that I just put in there. That should take you there. See if that takes you there. Okay. What is a UK flag? Is it a different flag? Let's just go into the US flag and just see. Sweden. Thought it was under the UK. It is under the UK, right? Yeah, UK.
When I tried it,
On search Sweden,
Uh-huh.
it didn't,
Yeah,
it wasn't letting me.
but try the link that I put in there. And Karen
Oh,
just
okay.
put it in there also. So
Okay.
just try clicking that. I don't know why it's not showing up. How funny. Yeah, so the link is right there and you should be able to get in it. So let me know when everybody's there. So we're going to become a Sweden specialist. So do we have any brand new agents here today? If so, just wanted to share with you. My name is Marnie Hernandez, been with the company for 8 years. I've been doing these for almost 3 years now. The reason we do these first off is to become better travel agents, to be able to service our clients, to be able to share these wonderful places, resorts, programs, etc. So again, to help us sell and signed up yesterday. So very good. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Dustin. So welcome aboard. So again, it helps us to understand and know, what we're selling, right? So these are just kind of fun little trainings that we do. And then at the end, you get a certificate. And then you take this certificate, you post it on social media. Hey guys, look at me. Anybody want to go to Sweden? So much to do. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. But besides that, we also get a lot of amazing perks. Okay. Disney, we get free Disney passes every year. Princess, we get a free cruise, anywhere from a 2-day to a 30-day cruise, 3-day to a 30-day for only the taxes and fees. Okay. So definitely, guys, take advantage, of doing these. And again, you can do these all on your own. I do them every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is my schedule here. And we do it as a group. And it's fun because sometimes some of the tests that we have to take are kind of hard. So when we do them as a group, it's kind of fun because we help each other. Okay. So kind of just wanted to share that with you. So it's a two-parter. We can a lot of times, like Australia, when you finished Australia, they sent you a koala bear. When you finish the California one, you got a goodie bag with all kinds of magnets and water bottle and stuff like that. So some people have won backpacks and stuff. So you never know. Okay, so today we're doing Sweden. Also, go, a lot of times people will follow along on their phone and take the test online on their computer, or they do a split screen. Because again, you don't want to go through this course and learn, but not get your certificate. Okay, so do it with us, but make sure you're doing the test also. And then we always make sure that everybody passes, so don't worry about that. So become a Sweden specialist. Here's your chance to increase your ability to plan and sell unforgettable holidays to Sweden. Explore some of the world's most open, sustainable destinations. Delve deeper into Swedish nature and get a taste of Swedish food and hospitality, meeting some of our friendly locals along the way. Sweden is a unique destination that your customers will love. Take the course, get inspired, help them to create their, that's supposed to be ultimate dream holiday. This course is an introduction to Sweden, an opportunity to improve your knowledge, increase your sales of Sweden holidays. From our cities that mix the urban from the nature so seamlessly, to the fields and rolling hills in the south and the archipelagos in West Sweden, Stockholm and Luleå. And again, I apologize ahead of time for mispronunciation. I'm not the best, okay? You'll very quickly realize there is something for everyone in Sweden. Cycle, walk, kayak through stunning forests, national parks, or coastlines. Eat your way through 100 million acres of do-it-yourself dining at one of our edible country tables. Experience the history and culture in our capital, Stockholm, or travel north to look for the northern lights in Swedish Lapland. We could go on forever. Sweden is a year-round destination with so much to explore. And for now, enjoy our introduction to Sweden as you work your way through the modules above. We can't wait to welcome you and your customers to Sweden. Sweden for travel professionals. Visit Sweden's travel trade hub. Sweden for Travel Professionals is your one-stop shop for help with selling and promoting Sweden. From the latest COVID-19 updates to inspiration and even recipes to get your clients in the mood before their trip. Use our interactive product catalog to create your customer's bucket list itinerary, or head to our content bank for royalty-free branding, free images, and videos to use for promotional material. It's all here. Okay. So again, you can click there. It's going to take you in where you can get all the free videos, marketing material, etc. And then food and drink module funded by EU. Be sure to check out food and drinks module. Great food and drinks intrinsic to our coveted Swedish lifestyle. They reflect our culture, tradition, innovation, indulgence, humanity, and nature, all balanced, transforming what's there into something more inviting, sustainable. Swedish food, drink, hospitality is something that your clients will be talking about for years after their trip. Ensure you include a couple foodie experiences in your itineraries to go that extra mile for your clients. Find out which experiences to include in our food and drinks module supported by the EU. All right, so let's watch this quick little video. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do Welcome to Sweden. As you see, we have 6 modules. And it's encountered a problem. Okay. There we go. I think. Today is just going through the training with others instead of on our own. Is there additional content that's not in the modules? Not that I know of. Again, we do these together and then you get your certificate and then we move on. Like next week, we're doing Greece. So, again, this is just something to learn about. Has nothing to do like with your steps to success or your, our Archer travel, vendors, etc. Okay. That's something different. Can you expand the video, Marnie, possibly? Yes, let me get it opened up and then let's see. All right, so let's start the lesson. And I kind of like this course because it's got 13 pages on this one, but like the test questions are part of those 13. All right, so let's start, hopefully. All right, so let me see if there's any way to expand this. And if anybody knows, let me know if you know how to expand this. I don't think I can expand it.
I'm not sure, Marnie. I don't see anything.
All right, do you guys see my screen?
I can't even get into it.
Okay, so just, maybe refresh or something, but
Doesn't recognize it.
yeah, just hit like refresh.
Marty,
Uh-huh.
I tried control and with my mouse kind of scrolling up and it was expanding a
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah, it looks like this opened up big for us, so I think we're good.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me know that everybody's here. Again,
No, I can't even get into it.
just so you guys know, some of these courses, like here, that some of the things, sometimes it delays. So just maybe, oh no, look, now I just clicked out of it. I started.
I'm not able to find a match.
So just refresh or go out and come back in. Okay. So like I just did. All right, so in here, you click here. It popped up, said that it wasn't loading, and then it loaded. Okay. Consortium is the Travel Leaders Network. The consortium is Travel Leaders Network. Archer Travel is the agency. And always make sure you memorize this. Our IATA number. And if any of you guys are new, please do this. You go into your back office and you did your training, right? Your certification. But under quick start documents, right here, Archer supplier credentials, all the information's right here. Remember, whenever you are talking to a cruise line, you use the cruise line phone number or registering with the cruise line, always use that, okay? Because if you give them the office phone number, they're going to say you're not registered with them, okay? New agent packet, again, has all the information in here for you, contact numbers, etc. Okay, so just make sure with the contacts, I have it right there in my phone because again, you want to keep that handy because you're going to be asked it a lot. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Did you guys get in? Okay. All
Yes, we're in.
Perfect. Let's go. Yeah, then travel leaders. Make sure when you're registering, guys, is you're registering under US. It's just when we do our trainings, you do the UK. Because you want to make sure you let them know you're through the US. All right, Stockholm, Gothenburg, and Malmo, Sweden's 3 largest cities, are all great for a city break. All 3 have culture, history in abundance, great restaurants and bars, cozy cafes for a Swedish fika, and they are small enough to walk around. So that's nice. You have northern Sweden and Swedish Lapland are unique. There is nowhere else in the world where you can visit the Ice Hotel and the Tree Hotel, or sit around a campfire with the Sami guide sharing stories of the day's dog sledding adventure.
This is stupid. You won't let me in.
Why not? What's it doing? Clear your cookies or try to, yeah, I would clear my cookies. And so you've been in before, so it should let you, Teresa.
Thank you.
All right. Central Sweden is home to capital city Stockholm and its amazing archipelago. The provinces of Dalarna, Örebro, Sörmland, and again, I apologize, Västmanland, and Värmland, among others, as well as the beautiful city of Uppsala and the old town of Sigtuna. You have southern Sweden, probably gives you the pleasant surprise since the landscape and scenery here probably differ from the image you have in your head. And again, remember these because they could be test questions. Here you can visit Småland, the island of Åland, Malmö, and Skåne. Just a stone's throw away from Copenhagen in Denmark and the amazing summer island destination Gotland. On the west coast of Sweden, you will find Sweden's second largest city, Gothenburg, and the region of West Sweden. All right, Sweden for travel professionals. To discover more Swedish destinations, learn more about Swedish nature, food, and all of the trade-friendly things to do in Sweden. They have so many misspellings. Make sure you pay a visit to our Sweden for Travel Professionals site, providing 24/7 access to the latest updates, information from Sweden's top destination hotels, activities, museums, and more. No, the class itself is under the UK. Just click on the link below, and if Karen can put the other link in, if you just click on the link, it should take you here, and then just catch up with us.
Move. Get out my room while I'm working. Walk right in here, didn't even brush your teeth talking about a piece of candy.
Okay, hold on, sorry. Okay, all right. So nature is an integral, sorry, I can't even pronounce it, right? Part of the Swedish lifestyle. Sweden has countless opportunities for visitors to get close to nature in special, often unique settings. From tree houses to off-grid cabins, such as a 72-hour cabin pictured, and luxury glamping sites like Sampi Nature Park in Swedish Lapland. There are plenty of options to suit every taste and budget, and so many of these exquisite places are amongst the most sustainable lodgings in the world. Glamping sounds like fun. I want to do that on a safari. Food is a major part of Swedish lifestyle, from fika, which is comprised of great quality coffee and a bun or pastry, to a world-class seafood, locally sourced meat, vegetables, and even wines, beers, and spirits. Swedish cuisine is filled with healthy, innovative, natural foods and drinks for your guests to explore and enjoy. From everyday cooking to fine dining, our sustainable focus shines through in our thriving foods tech startups, sparking global trends like oat-based drinks and apps to rescue unsold food. All right, so our first test, so we'll put the answers in the chat if you guys are still registering and stuff. So the capital of Sweden, Stockholm, is located in where? Northern, central, or south? Central. Okay, wonderful. So click that. That is correct. Gothenburg is the second most important city in Sweden, located in the region of West Sweden, Småland, or Värmland? Gothenburg. Is it West Sweden, Småland, or Värmland? I don't know.
West.
West. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you. Visitors to Copenhagen in Denmark can easily get by train or car in 30 minutes to the following city in Sweden: Gothenburg in West Sweden, Vaxjö in Småland, or Malmö in Scania. Gothenburg? What do you guys think? Let me try it. Nope, it's not Gothenburg.
It's Stockholm. I got them all wrong.
Thank you. All right, let's go back and see if it'll let me do it again. Which one is it?
Yeah, the third one, I think.
The Malmö?
Yep. Yes.
Very good. Thank you. All right. Iconic hotels like the Tree Hotel or Ice Hotel can be visited in Swedish Lapland, Northern Sweden, Värmland, Central Sweden, or Stockholm, Central Sweden. Which one do you think? Whether we talked about the Ice Hotel or the Tree Hotel, and wasn't glamping there too?
I think it's the top one.
Try it. That's correct. Stockholm. All right. Thank you. Visitors wishing to enjoy seeing the Northern Lights should travel to Stockholm, Gothenburg, or Swedish Lapland, Northern Sweden. I would probably say
It's the third one. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd say they always say the Northern Lights, right? So that's why I chose that. So all right, congratulations. The link, Teresa, yeah, try this one. See if that works for you. All right, so the answers are in there. If you need help, let us know. And now we move on to Stockholm, Gothenburg, and Malmö. All right, module 2. So Stockholm, the beautiful Sweden capital, prides itself on being open to anyone and everyone, a curious city, eager to try anything that is new, anything that's different. So welcome to Stockholm, whoever you are. How to get there? There are 2 airports near Stockholm. Closest one is Stockholm Bromma Airport, but most international flights use the main airport, Stockholm Arlanda Airport, located some 42 kilometers from the city center. How to get around? You can travel easily with Stockholm and the archipelago as well, and its nearby cities by metro, subway, bus, commuter train, tram, or by boat. Company SL is responsible for public transportation in the area. You can buy a single journey tickets or visit tickets travel cards or visitor tickets travel cards, valid between 24 hours or up to 7 days. All right. Weeks in February. Hold on, I'm sorry. Sorry, yes, I will be gone February 6th for the travel party. Sorry, we're trying to do the calendar. Okay. All right, things to do in Stockholm. There are a lot of things to do in Stockholm. If you are into food, there are many Michelin-starred restaurants and other good restaurants well worth a visit. Planning on trying a Swedish fika? There are a lot of cafes to try. Go for a walk in the Old Town, Gamla stan, and discover Stockholm's history in a cozy environment, or visit the Sofo hipster area on the island of Södermalm. The Royal Palace, the Drottningholm Palace, and the City Hall are also very appreciated sites among tourists visiting the city. We'll also find my parks to stroll by in the city center. We'll find probably many parks in the city center, like the Royal National Park on Djurgården Island, which is the first urban national park in the world. Okay, Djurgården Island is the first urban national park. All right, you have museums. Are you into museums? There's a number of museums in Stockholm, one for every taste. Just to mention a few, Stockholm's most famous museum is the Vasa Museum, a purpose-built museum to house the 17th century Vasa ship. A must visit. It really is amazing. Also, put wonderful open air museum Skansen on your list, where you can join Stockholmers in celebrating Christmas and midsummer. The Modern Museum and the Fotografiska if you are more interested in art, and then of course ABBA the museum for those interested in our Swedish music history. All right, things to do. Archipelago. Stockholm's archipelago consists of 30,000 islands, 200 of which are populated. Even though the distance to the capital from these islands is relatively short, the lifestyle seems a million miles away from the hustle and bustle in the city. Summer is full of action, with thousands of tourists and summer residents arriving. Well, it's certainly the season that offers the best opportunities for enjoying the surrounding nature, from swimming, sailing, paddling to fishing, foraging in the woods. Many permanent residents love autumn and winter as much. All transports, for instance, must be done by boat or ferry, and getting from one island to the other or to the mainland requires time and planning. So during summertime, there are many boat tours available. Okay. So, places to stay in Stockholm Archipelago. Planning an itinerary in the archipelago will get closer to nature by adding an overnight stay. The islands offer a wide range of accommodations, from luxurious tents to cozy hotels and more. For a feeling of being a world away, visit Island Lodge at Bergholmen Private Island, which will give your guests comfort and Scandinavian style close to nature. All of the glamping tents at Island Lodge are located on prime spots on the island, offering breathtaking views over the archipelago. For a luxury feeling, try Ellery Beach House, Stockholm's newest getaway and only beach resort. Ellery is located on the tip of Lindingo, where urban life feels far away in the rural surroundings. A welcoming beach house with its own private jetty, a spot where serenity meets adventure. The place to go for nature, sea, beaches, paddle, pools, cabanas, people, music, design, and arts. So lots of stuff to do and see. Gothenburg. Island hop. Gothenburg's archipelago for swims and catching rays, and be back in time to freshen up. Put on your glad rags and hit the clubs and pubs of the Avenin district. Only in Gothenburg. How do you get there? You can travel to Gothenburg in a lot of ways, but most international travelers arrive via flight into Gothenburg's airport. The international airport, Landvetter, GOT, is located 20 kilometers southeast of the city center. How to get around? Well, 263 trams are serving 12 routes that crisscross the city and covering the whole of Gothenburg from one side to the other. All right, things to do in Gothenburg. Gothenburg is packed with fun for family and with children. Pick and choose between highlights like the large action-packed amusement park Lisburg, which during this winter has its very own ice bar made of ice from Swedish Lapland, the experimental science center Universium, or the Riverside Aquarium at the Maritime Museum. Worship fish and shellfish? Do it in Gothenburg's Fish Church or Kirka Food Market and Restaurant. Okay, again, I apologize. Gothenburg is Sweden's culinary capital and is jam-packed with fine eateries that don't cost the earth literally. But if you prefer to spend your cash on a weekend rock out, blow them on a ticket to the Way Out West Music Fest in the middle of August. All right. Eating, shopping, and sightseeing. Otherwise, the fantastic cafes or the Swedish design and fashion boutiques of the cobblestone Haga Quarter would be delighted if you paid them a visit. Discover the city on board the patent sightseeing boats and see old bridges and canals from the 17th century while learning about the history of Gothenburg's construction and defense. 72-hour cabin, West Sweden. Outside Gothenburg and Dalsland, West Sweden lives a 72-hour cabin, which started as a case study where 5 people with some of the world's most stressful jobs were invited to spend 72 hours in Swedish nature in order to investigate what effect it would have on their stress levels. They spent their days hiking, kayaking, fishing on Heriksholm Island in West Sweden. After 3 days, they all showed significant decrease in stress levels and an increase in well-being and creativity. Since then, you can now book your own forest retreat. You can also try rowing in the nearby lakes, hiking in the forest, or go horseback riding. Malmo. All roads in the gorgeous province of Skåne in southern Sweden lead to Malmo, a city that thrives on diversity and sustainability. City is part of the expanding Øresund region and is joined to Copenhagen in Denmark by the mighty arching Øresund Bridge. National Geographic Travel named Malmo one of its best trips in 2018. How to get there? Malmo's airport, Sturup, has several European connections. Copenhagen's International Airport, Kastrup, is some 30 minutes away by train from central Malmo. And then how to get around, they have public buses are the best way to discover Malmo. Things to do, fan of TV series The Bridge, then head to Malmo, visit the real Øresund Bridge and go on the bridge tour in Malmo. The bridge-themed bus tour on the city is narrated by expert and takes you to key locations and scenes from the television series. Things to do in Malmo include visiting its city center parks, strolling its beautiful cobbled street areas. Malmo sightseeing is easy to do by foot, by bike, or even a kayak. All right, and then Western Harbor, Malmo. Western Harbor is on the shoreline of Øresund Sound and sits on what used to be the Kockums shipyard. The city took on this formerly contaminated rundown area, and working with internationally renowned property developers and architects has turned it into a paragon of sustainable living and working and an exciting place to visit. You have Malmo beaches, 2.5-kilometer long. Ribersborg Beach is where the young and the old, the bold and the beautiful of Malmo and visitors from around the world enjoy swimming, sunbathing, or just generally lazing around in the summer months. It is a walk from the city center. Malmo Art, Sciences, and History. If you want to visit the Malmo Art Museum, the City Museum, the Museum of Natural History, and the Science of Maritime House Museum in one day, you're in luck. They all reside in the imposing Malmo's Castle building. Shopping. Malmo makes for eclectic shopping. It's got a 16th century shopping market square, a beloved flea market, a catalog of shopping centers, and new up-and-coming shopping areas. All right, Stockholm's Old Town is called Gamla Stan, Gamla Staden, or Gamla By.
The first one.
Oops. First one. There we go. Very good. Thank you. 2 of the must-sees in Stockholm are Luxembourg, Gamla Stan, Skansen and Vasa Museum, Western Harbor, and Fotografiska. Is it this one?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Best way to discover Stockholm's archipelago is swimming, hiring a boat, or taking a boat tour.
Taking a boat tour.
Let's say taking a boat tour, yeah. What is the name of the fabulous amusement park in Gothenburg? Is it Lisburg? I think it was this one.
Yep.
Lisburg, yep. Which Swedish city was named one of the National Geographic's best trips for 2018? Malmo? Is it Malmo or Gothenburg?
Malmo.
Malmo. Yay! All right, very good. Did everybody get those? Thank you. One last question. We'd be doing voucher training. Yes. And
What was number 3?
what's the question?
Malmo. Oh,
Uh, the best way to discover Stockholm's archipelago.
Boat tour.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Next. Northern and central Sweden. Okay. So northern and central Sweden, Lapland, are unique. There is nowhere else in the world where you can visit the Ice Hotel and Tree Hotel. That was a test question. Or sit around the campfire with the Sami guide sharing stories of the day's dog sledding adventure. I think I read that already. Northern Lights. Best chance to see the Northern Lights of Abisko is between November and the end of March. Northern Lights and or Aurora Borealis appear around the beginning of September in and around Kiruna to around the end of March all over Swedish Lapland. So if you are on holiday here for winter activities such as skiing, dog sledding, snowmobile tours, etc., you may see them. But for the very best chance of seeing the Northern Lights, you should make a trip to the Aurora Sky Station in Abisko National Park. There are no guarantees, but being surrounded by mountains, Abisko is known for its clear skies, so there's a good chance. All right, midnight sun, when the sun never sets in the summer. The midnight sun is a 24-hour period of sunlight inside the Arctic Circle in Swedish Lapland. The midnight sun experience in Sweden might mess with your head for the first few days after you arrive, so pack a sleeping mask if you want to get some shut-eye. Even the people who live in Swedish Lapland have problems sleeping, and blackout curtains are a big seller. Our advice is to simply succumb to the light and be dazzled into staying vertical for as long as you can to enjoy this unique part of the world. You can sleep when you get home. The midnight sun experience, past midnight, you can get 18 holes of Bajorg London Arctic Golf Course in the Arctic Circle. In fact, you can get as many rounds in as you want since there's no sunset.
This season to watch Northern Lights.
What is it?
Sorry.
That's okay. The more adventurous traveler could also take on the challenge of scaling Kabneskes, our highest mountain. Go skiing, or for the more artistic adventure, how about an ice sculpting course at the Ice Hotel? And this may be one you may want to copy, guys, to kind of share, because this is a once in a lifetime experience, right? That's kind of cool. For your very own midnight sun experience, pick a quiet spot with uninterrupted views, which is not a problem in vast Swedish Lapland, and bathe in the rays of the unique and spectacular midnight sun. So again, when you get your certificate, say, guys, have you ever stayed up all night? Because you can golf at midnight here. So pretty cool. All right, destinations. Arctic Circle cities, Luleå and Kiruna are the last major outposts of civilization, modernity, and comfort, just minutes from the wilderness. Outside of Luleå, Gammelstad, Kirkby, Gammelstad Church Village charms with its 15th century stone church, medieval streets, and its UNESCO World Heritage Site status. Gammelstad, with its church and 424 wooden buildings and total of 555 separate rooms, is the largest and best preserved example of a church village in Sweden. All right, Umeå. It's not hard to understand why Umeå was the European capital of culture in 2014. The locals are in love with culture, and as a visitor, it's easy to access the rich cultural life. In winter, the annual Sami Week, a celebration of Sami culture, lets you experience and learn about Sami art, music, culture, and language. In summer, thrilling festivals and events like Brannasborg and Umeå Live attract both locals and visitors. Dance, theater, sports, or concerts with famous national, international artists. There is something for everyone. Östersund. Capital of Jutland, Härjedalen, a region famous for its unique flora and fauna and its accessible wilderness, superb homemade foods, and 5 clearly defined seasons. The region is located in the southern part of northern Sweden. It has a population of around 127,000 people, with some 60,000 living in its own city, Östersund. The major ski resorts in the region are Are, Vemdalen, Funäsdalen, and Lofsdalen. Östersund, meanwhile, is a major center for trip skating on lake, ice, and cross-country skiing. Visit summertime for hiking, fishing, and biking, as well as canoeing, wild game watching, horse riding, and golfing with the mountains as backdrop. And then the Sami culture, with its own history and traditions, has had a major influence on the region. Jämtland, Härjedalen, has a total of 12 Sami villages and around 44,000 reindeer. How pretty is that? All right, unique accommodations. So the Ice Hotel, built each year in the tiny town of Jarosjärvi, 200 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle. Madness it may be, but this unique world-famous ice hotel is a total inspiring venture. How did it all start? Well, in 1989, there's an ice and snow sculpture art course in the village of Jarosjärvi, pronounced Jarosjärvi. Try saying that with the reindeer salami in your mouth. A snow house has been built in the art course venue, but there's a sudden shortage of accommodations. What to do? Well, easy. Stick the artists in the snow house with the frozen art, give them sleeping bags, survivalist advice, and a sauna in the morning to burn off the frostbite. And the Ice Hotel was born. Crazy, right? I have to try to sell that. All right, and then the Tree Hotel. Have you ever considered sleeping in a bird's nest, a UFO, or a mirror cube? Probably not, but when it comes to design and architecture in Sweden, everything is possible, it seems. The Tree Hotel all started in 2010 with Britta and Kent Lindvalls dream to turn a 1930s retirement home into a guest house in their home village, Haret, roughly 100 kilometers from Luleå Airport and in the north of Sweden. The end result was not an ordinary B&B. It turned into a tree hotel complete with 7 huts inspired by the film The Tree Lover. All right, best season for watching Northern Lights. It was September to March, right?
Yeah.
All right, Jämtland, Härjedalen is famous for the nature outdoor activities, the culture festival in May, or the church village.
Number 1.
Nature and outdoor activities. 2 iconic accommodations. That's the Iceland Ice Hotel and Tree Hotel, right? Correct. All right, we're halfway done, guys. Very good. Lots of interesting stuff, right?
Martin, you know what I was thinking about?
Huh.
It would be so fun if we all went on one of these things together that we've studied together
Exactly.
in this live session.
Yeah, and doing, that's what hopefully some of these oh, here, I put it in there, Teresa, twice for you. Try it again. There you go. But yeah, that's some of these will offer fam trips. So if any of you guys, get an email, because a lot of times when you register for these different things, you'll get an email, hey, we have a fam trip going on and let's do it, or again, we could plan a group thing. So, something to think about, because this sounds, I'd love to go and check all this out. And like I said, I'd love to do that glamping. Okay, so she said that doesn't work. Can somebody put the link in there for Teresa, please? The link we're in, she said it's not working. Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right, so now we're on module 4, Southern Sweden. So if you have watched the Wallander television series adapted from the books of Henning Mankell, you'll pretty much have the southern tip of Sweden, Skåne, in a nutshell. And it really is that gorgeous. Rolling plains, white cottages in the distance, and endless sandy beaches. Småland is forests, meadows, moose, and sparkling lakes. The forests are endless and offer everything from hiking trails to mushroom and berry picking. Just so you guys know, you just tried it again and it's still not working? Oh, I got it after 3 tries. Okay, thank you, Manica. New Orleans, when we did New Orleans, once you complete the New Orleans training, there's a fam trip there every spring or summer and winter. So that's something we may want to think about. We actually had went in October and got to use some of those perks, and we saved like $120 on our dinner on one event. So yeah, definitely check those out. All right, Skane is pretty is pretty as a patchwork quilt. Fertile farmlands, forests and lakes, littered with castles, manors, and museums and magnificent gardens. For coastline head for the Kulleberg coast in the north, dotted with fishing villages like Mole and Arl, and pretty seaside towns Tarkov and Bastad. There is also the medieval town of Lund and its wondrous cathedral and the seaside town of Helsingborg. Skane, it has so much to see and do and is small enough to explore easily. Head to Osterland for rolling hills, sandy beaches, or to the northwest for the cliffs of Kulleberg. Don't miss Malmo, Skane's big city and the 3rd biggest city in Sweden. Skane, southern Sweden is awash with nearly 300 castles and gardens from various historic eras ranging from 12th to 19th centuries. Due to their general magnificence, it's a hard choice, but if you are near Helsingborg, breathing in the blooming, lovely rhododendrons at the opulent Renaissance-style Sofiera Castle and Gardens is a must. Dang. And if you are bound for Kristianstad, catch an art exhibition at Lakeside. Yay! Juanes Castle and Park. Yay! Let us know if you need help with the test, Teresa. All right, Småland is a region famous for its beautiful countryside, cute red cottages, glass and furniture design, and traditional food. Småland is like a Sweden in miniature with something to do for the whole family. Countryside of Småland will have you high-fiving for its variation and variety of outdoor pursuits and activities on offer. For example, its hiking trails that include the Stormoss National Park and Iseberg, a beautiful forest and lake area between the towns of Jönköping and Halmstad. Bundles of activities are on offer, such as cycling, canoeing, horseback riding, fishing, or rent a cabin here and do zilch for a couple weeks and let the kids do the activities. And you just hang out on the beach, right, by the lake. All right, Småland, 2 very famous people come from Småland. One is Astrid Lindgren, the world-famous children's book author. She has her own world of Astrid Lindgren's World of Vimmerby, where she grew up. All the characters from her books are here. Carlson, Emil, Rasmus, and the strongest girl in the world, Pippi Longstocking. Want to visit the very first IKEA store? Pay a visit to the IKEA Through the Ages exhibition at the spiritual home of the Company of Almo. There is even an IKEA hotel nearby. All right, Åland. The island of Åland joined to the Swedish mainland by the 6-kilometer long road bridge. Ålandsbron from the city of Kalmar in the south of the country is a favorite summer holiday destination for Swedish families who rent cottages or stay at one of the 25 well-run campsites or holiday villages on the island. There is also a good choice of holiday cabins, cottages, and chalets. Expect sun, sea, long, white, sandy beaches, and bundles of family activities. In fact, the Swedish royal family holiday here every summer and stay in Soliden. You should pay this white Italian country house style palace a visit too. Okay. Standout attractions on Åland include Borgholm's Castle, a beautiful castle ruin with loads of kids' activities June through August. For hands-on activities, go to Ekatorp Fortress, a rebuilt ancient fort, and do some forging and pole pillow fighting. In the south of the island, you can go ancient in the burial ground, or visit UNESCO World Heritage Site Stora Alvaret, a giant limestone plateau with a unique biodiversity and prehistory. All right, 2 castles are a must-see. Salfriera Juanas, Borgum and Saladan, or Laco and Tajum. It was this one, right? Nope, it's not that one. Salfriera Juanas or Laco Tajuram.
The first one.
Thank you. Kids can meet Pippi Pippi Longstocking in this one, right? It's Vimmerby. Yep, Vimmerby. This place is in Åland is one of UNESCO's World Heritage Sites. The Gedling Burial Ground, Stora Alvaret Limestone Plateau, or Borgum Castle.
The second one.
Very good. All right, now Swedish beyond its destination, and then food and drink. Good going, guys. All right, beyond its destinations. So, Allemansrätten, the Swedish right to roam freely on a private land. Allemansrätten isn't as ancient as many believe, but it still has profound impact on a national psyche. The outdoors is available everywhere as soon as you close the door behind you. It is everyone and anyone's playground and place to dwell. An everyday habitat, as such, it is natural that people enjoy it in a never-ending myriad of ways. Only imagination sets the limits. So why are Swedes tight with nature today? It is tempting to put it down to some ancient dependence on nature. Long, harsh winters that made it essential to reap what you could from nature during the rest of the year. Do you feel connection to these distant ancestors? Not really. Well, Allemansrätten, freedom to roam, is a living expression of our culture now today. Old practices that disappeared with industrial progress and even more so with electricity have little to do with it. Fika is not just a Swedish word for coffee break. It is much, much more. The fika is a serious business, and twice a day, companies in Sweden break for one. The capital of fika can be found in West Sweden's Alingsås, where they actually have a fika tour of the cafes in the town. So what is it? Quite simply, it is a 100-year-old tradition and national institution that most Swedes obey, preferably twice a day. You have strawberry cake, cinnamon rolls, or the princess cake are just some of the delicious fika pastries available around the country. Swedish design. Heard of H&M and IKEA? Swedish, Acme, J. Lindenberg, WESC, Filippa, House of Dagmar. Heard of Spotify, music for the masses? Svens 10, Bruno Matheson, Carl Malmsten, Costa Boda, and Arufers Glassware, all Swedish or Swedes. Swedish architect and design is made for the many to be used in everyday life over and over again. This has led to a country where almost every house and apartment is an exhibition of Swedish design in its own right. IKEA Museum in Almot, Småland, is just one of the many locations around the country to stop by for design-interested visitors. Regarding fashion design, look out for Acne, Filippa K, J. Lindberg, Nudie Jeans, Cheap Monday, WESC, weekday on the high streets of Stockholm, City, Ostrom, and Södermalm districts. Gothenburg, Nordstrand, Innerstaden, Aven, and Haga districts. And then Malmö, you have Stortorget and Lilletorget. Through Sandengatan and south along Södra Forestgatan. For complete immersion in famous Swedish art glass and glassware, look no further than the Kingdom of Crystal in the province of Småland. Visit the glassworks and glass studios, blow your own glass, and stay in the Costa Boda Art Hotel, featuring a glass bar and oodles of glass artwork. All over the country, you will find design-related places to visit, be it art galleries and museums, high-end hotels, or restaurants. All right, traditions, progressive and modern Sweden has a secret to share. We are nuts about our age-old traditions and celebrations. Country closing Midsummer Eve, celebrating the longest day of the year, is the big one, followed by Christmas, Easter, and a host of unholy days, including Cinnamon Bun Day, Waffle Day, and practically a whole season dedicated to gooey almond paste and cream bun. All right, you have Midsummer. Apart from Christmas, Midsummer is the most important holiday in the Swedish calendar. For some, Midsummer is the most important. Midsummer Eve is celebrated between June 20th and the 25th. The successful Midsummer never-ending lunch party formula involves flowers in your hair, dancing around a pole, singing songs while drinking unsweetened flavored schnapps, downing a whole load of pickled herring, served with delightful new potatoes, chives, and sour cream. All in all, grand day out. Let's watch a quick little video.
A holiday devoted to eating, drinking, dancing, and assorted pagan rituals. Swedish Midsummer is second only in significance to Christmas. This is a guide to making the most of it. First, buy everything in the starter kit. Remember, here everyone brings their own drinks. Make sure you get to the state-owned off-license in plenty of time, just in case you're whisked off to an island somewhere. This is downtown Stockholm on Midsummer's Eve. If you can't bear the silence or being on your own, stay away from the city. Midsummer is supposed to be celebrated in the countryside, surrounded by birch trees, fields, and water. The first thing you have to do is to make your own midsummer garland. Avoid the kitchen at all costs. Some unfortunate soul always gets stuck scrubbing the potatoes. Then it's time for a fabulous lunch of pickled herring and new potatoes spiced with dill and chives. You drink beer and nubbe, Swedish vodka served ice cold in a shot glass. The nubbe must be consumed in the time-honored way. Always preceded with the nubbe visa, a short humorous song. We recommend 2 beers per nubbe. This will improve both your singing and your Swedish. No midsummer is complete without a sudden downpour. Fortunately, it usually stops as unexpectedly as it started. After lunch, it's time to raise the maypole, the ancient fertility symbol. Watch carefully and you should be able to work it out. The origins of Swedish midsummer are unclear. For a millennium, it's been a celebration of summer and a fertility rite. Human sacrifices are a thing of the past, but the revelers of today are just as passionate. Like many Swedish traditions, the why is less important than the how. Now the dancing begins. Everyone knows small grodarna, the little frogs. Locking your hands on your lower back and jumping like a frog may seem strange, but for at least one day of the year, it makes perfect sense to Swedes. It won't take long to master the dance steps. Swedes can do it in their sleep, and with a bit of practice, so will you. The humiliation by dance is mercifully short-lived, and you can count on your host to console you afterwards with a piece of strawberry cake. Next, it's time to get physical, which means tugs of war, horseshoe tossing, egg and spoon races, boot throwing, or apple bobbing. Since everyone takes part, you don't have to be embarrassed should you make a fool of yourself. One note of caution, keep an eye on Grandma. This sort of thing brings out her ruthless streak. All this strenuous exercise calls for some real food. Time for a barbecue. Since all Swedish men want to show off at the grill, this might be a good time to get to know some Swedish women. Anything can go on the grill. Meat, fish, vegetables, or fruit. There's definitely room to experiment here. Once you've eaten, you either have a quiet night, a sauna, a swim, a few drinks, pause for reflection, or you hit the dance floor with new and old friends. Be sure to listen to some dance band music before midsummer so you know what to expect. It takes a bit of getting used to. If you're lucky, there will be some ABBA too. Generally speaking, Swedes are somewhat reserved. Tonight is the exception. Midsummer Eve is a night for romance. If you don't find or already have a partner, pick 7 different flowers, put them under your pillow, and according to legend, you will dream of the person you will marry. If you don't, you probably picked the wrong flowers. At midsummer, the sun never completely sets. This is the longest day of the year. From now on, it only gets darker. But there will be a baby boom to brighten up March.
All right. I don't know if anybody likes spooky stories or whatever, but like they said, they used to do sacrifices. There's a horror movie out, the Midsummer or whatever. Pretty gruesome. So, but that's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, it sure is. Wow.
Yeah. They said, we don't do sacrifices anymore. It's like, oh, thank goodness. All right, Christmas and Lucia. Okay, or Lucia. One of the best loved traditions, and it takes place on December 13th every year. If you visit Sweden on or before December 13th, you can see how the 400-year-old tradition of St. Lucia is celebrated. Christmas in Sweden sees its cities, towns, and villages glow against the white winter landscape. It's Christmas card perfect and a great time to visit to pick up some traditional Christmas decorations, gifts, or try a Swedish julbord. From late November until Christmas at most Swedish restaurants, you can enjoy the beloved julbord, the traditional Swedish Christmas buffet. Enjoy the best of everything Swedish with an endless array of delicacies, including pickled herring, gravlax, pate, nackbröd, ham, meatballs, beetroot salad, and lutefisk, a ling dish for the truly curious. Okay, another video.
December 13 isn't a date in Sweden, it's Lucia. On this day, two things are inescapable. A, it's cold, and B, it's dark. To fight the dark, light was needed. The Lucia tradition can be traced back to St. Lucia of Syracuse in Italy. No wonder Swedes celebrate her every year. According to old heathen and pagan myths, this was a night when evil dark spirits liked to roam and animals became possessed and started to talk. But as usual in Sweden, when it comes to traditions, the why is less important than the how. The first thing you need to do is to make lucibulle, or saffron buns. Saffron is a controlled substance and only sold at supermarket counters. Everyone cheats on the ginger biscuits, pepparkaka in Swedish, and buys the pre-made dough. Advanced bakers and show-offs make gingerbread houses too, and put them out on Facebook. Make sure you have some plonk handy for mulled wine, or glögg as the Swedes call it. Pour in your spices and then watch it like a hawk so it doesn't boil, or Lucia won't be quite as much fun. Lucia fronts a band of singing handmaidens, Santas, star boys, and gingerbread men. Don't feel bad if you're last in line in a brown one-piece. Everyone serves a purpose. From dawn to dusk, processions take place in homes, schools, churches, hospitals, and offices, and bring tears to most people's eyes. One of the catchiest numbers is the tip-tap song. But what really gets you in the Christmas spirit is the theme tune, Sancta Lucia. Only Lucia gets to wear candles in her hair, the rest have to carry theirs. The ever-cautious Swede goes for fake candles these days. Less fires that way, especially in daycare centres. It's practically impossible not to attend at least one Lucia procession. Your colleagues, neighbours, children will make sure of that. Or there's Sweden's Lucia on TV. Every year, Sweden votes for its favourite Lucia in a nationwide contest. Although the winner isn't judged on her voice, she must love children and, of course, desire world peace, just like Miss World. If you can't make it to Sweden at this time of year, by all means try it at home, or head to a Swedish embassy, consulate, or church to see the pros in action.
Interesting, huh? That sounds kind of cool. We went to Paris and tried that mulled wine. It's a heated hot wine. It's really good. So if you ever have a chance to try that. All right, gastronomical traditions. The crayfish parties. So once a preserve of the moneyed classes, the crayfish party is today an occasion for all. Over the years, certain aspects of it have become a tradition. Crayfish are to be eaten outdoors, and gaily colored paper lanterns should be hung around the table. Most popular type of lantern shows a smiling full moon. Both the tablecloth and the colorful plates are also supposed to be of paper. People wear bibs around their necks and comic paper hats on their heads. Then the feast begins. You eat crayfish cold with your fingers, sucking noisily to extract the juices is perfectly acceptable behavior. Bread and the strong cheese, such as mature Vastabotten are eaten on the side. People mostly drink beer and the inevitable schnapps. Nikki Lee, if you guys ever met Nikki Lee, she used to do trainings for us. It was Charles Lee's wife. We used to work down at the Harris together, and then we'd go to the buffet and she'd eat those crawfish, and second it was like, oh no, thank you. I can do with that. I'll have my salad. All right, test time. Almastran is the Swedish freedom to park your car wherever you want, enjoy public holidays in nature, roam freely, even on the private island.
Last one.
Roam freely, right? Yep.
Yeah, that one.
Fika is a tradition consisting in having a pause for coffee and pastries. That one.
Yep.
All right. Design in Sweden can only be found in major cities, present everywhere you look, only made everywhere you look, right? They said even in all the homes. Two of the biggest festivities, Midsummer and Christmas. Yep. Crayfish parties can be enjoyed all year round, in August during the winter. All year round? What do you guys think?
In August.
This August.
Thank you. Very good. All right, last one, guys. Let's get her done. Are you learning a lot? Anybody want to go to Sweden?
Yes.
Malmo, right? Or Malmo? That sounds like
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, now for all you foodies, why include food and drinks in your offer? Well, because it reflects our culture, tradition, innovation, indulgence, humanity, nature, all balanced, transforming what's there into something more inviting and sustainable. Studies have proven that a truly great food experience is something to take home and to remember. A great food experience can make a person want to go back to a place. 1/3 of travel budget is spent on food and drinks, so why not pay attention to it when planning your package? It's something that can increase the value for your customer. So yeah, I love pho. You guys, have you ever eaten pho? And I found it in New Orleans. It was the best. I went 5 years ago and I got to go back in October.
What is it?
I have to go, huh?
What is that?
It's kind of like a noodle soup. It's is it Vietnamese or whatever, but it's a really thin noodle soup. I get it just with vegetables, but you can get it like with steak or chicken or whatever, and it's a broth, and then they give you like mint and what are those called?
Is it? Are you talking about pho?
Pho, yeah.
P-H-O?
Pho,
Okay.
yeah. But they call it pho, yeah.
They
Pho
call it pho? Okay. Yeah,
Eat my
it's good.
faux fun. Yep. Okay. Very good though. I love it. And there's a really good one in New Orleans. Okay. Swedish food and drinks. In Sweden, we're hungry for healthy, innovative, natural food, but finding it hasn't always been easy. So our tradition is to scour our landscape for nutritious ingredients and transform them into delicious meals, refining what's in our forests, lakes, and fields in Swedish cuisine, from everyday cooking to fine dining, while our sustainability focus shines through in our thriving food tech startups, sparking global trends like oat-based drinks and apps to rescue unsold food. So you have edible country, combining colorful forage ingredients with breathtaking natural scenery to create unforgettable outdoor cooking experience. Edible country is an alfresco dining with the difference. A collaboration between Visit Sweden and 4 Michelin-starred chefs. It's DIY, do it yourself, right? As it's most inspired. You'll learn to source nutritious fruits, zingy leaves and herbs, and freshwater fish like char and perch. Then you'll prepare specially created dishes at one of the number of tables around the country and learn what to pick in nature, perhaps with dense natural forests, glistening waters, or rolling hills as a backdrop. Beautiful. Love to sit out and have dinner, right? Or lunch. Tables to choose from, including an islet is the 226-meter deep Hornavan Lake, located in the north of the country of Swedish's Lapland's archipelago. Here you'll try trout and nettle sauce with the mountain view. Among hills, lush forests between two lakes, only 15 minutes from Gothenburg, you'll find Gunnenbo House and Gardens with its beautiful edible country table. Treat yourself to a break everyday life. Hike in the beautiful surroundings, take a tour in the house and gardens dating back to 1778. Finally, to the East Coast and table located on the island of Uto in Stockholm Archipelago, just 1 hour from Stockholm by boat and car. Drinkable country. Okay, in June 2021, Visit Sweden launched the Drinkable Country, along with some of Sweden's best beverage experts. When the time is right, together with local guides, international guests will be able to venture to a drinkable country bar situated in Swedish nature whilst gathering the ingredients needed to make some tasty natural drinks that the whole family can enjoy. 16 brand new drinks have been created by, amongst others, the internationally award-winning Stockholm-based bar Tajaget. The drinks are based on flavors from nature's own pantry, such as lingonberries, cloudberries, sea buckthorn, apples, and spruce shoots. All right, visitors who book via your travel agent professional, you will have the opportunity to book spaces at one of the 8 travel trade friendly tables located in some of Sweden's most beautiful natural landscapes, including Swedish Lapland, West Sweden, Skane, and Småland. For more information and recipes and much more, visit this website. So again, you can click there. It'll take you into that website to find out more. Drinkable country. Okay, so let's watch a little video. All right, so drinks are almost as important as food itself, and traditionally known for schnapps, aquavit, and vodka, Sweden has become a producer of so much more in recent years. In addition to the aforementioned wineries of Skåne, plus the wine tastings available at the likes of Svarts, Gastavagard Guest House, the country's seen a proliferation of microbreweries over the last decade, with 332 reported in 2017. Sweden has also experienced a rise in the number of low and no alcohol beverages being produced in the country. The most famous being Vita Vinbar Musranda, a white currant drink from Rudenstam's in Småland, which was served at the Nobel Prize banquet in 2018. The story of celebrated drinks doesn't end with Absolut Vodka Via either. Other famous Swedish brands include Bronland Ice Cider, Mackmyra Whiskey, and Herma Gin. Learn about the later two at their visitor centers in Gothenburg or the High Coast. Alternatively, you can learn more about Stockholm's Museum of Spirits at the Spirit Museum. All right, seasonal food and traditions. Finally, some words on Sweden's colorful cookery customs, from pickled herring, dill-covered potatoes, fresh strawberries at midsummer to Christmas smorgasbords laden with cheese, meat, and fish. August and September call for Kraftsvita crayfish parties, while autumn generally is for mushroom and berry picking, plus game hunting across Sweden's forests and lobster farming out in the West Coast archipelago. Other dates for foodie diaries include Feast of St. Lucia on December 13th, Cinnamon Bun Roll Day on 4th of October, plus Semla Cream Buns on Fettesdagen, also known as the Fat Tuesday or elsewhere, Shrove Tuesday. You can find these feasts celebrated all over Sweden and encourage your guests to join in the fun. In addition, cake with your Swedish fika is encouraged throughout the year, of course. And then Stockholm and Archipelago. Enjoying food together permeates every aspect of life in the capital, not least every December 10th, when the lavish Nobel banquet follows the Nobel Prize ceremony in Stockholm City Hall. And your guests can enjoy the same meal year-round at Stockholm City Hall's restaurant, pre-book only. Try the international taste of Sodermalm, or perhaps the contemporary and throwback Nordic flavors of Central Stockholm with a food tour Stockholm walk. For an altogether different experience, the Walking Dinners Trailblazing Food Tour concept combines the best of 6 eateries in Stockholm Old Town, Gamla Stan. In Stockholm's archipelago, sweet stopovers like Vaxholm's Bed and Breakfast offer cinnamon bun making masterclasses, whilst back in the city, prestigious institutions are leading the field in culinary mastery. The newly reopened and renovated National Museum has a stunning food and beverage offer headed up by one of Sweden's best and most well-known chefs, Fredrik Eriksson. Meanwhile, at Fotoskriftska Museum of Photography, Paul Svensson's top floor restaurant holds a Gold Dragon Award. All right. Sweden's second, Gothenburg and West Sweden. Sweden's second city is also culinary capital, boasting 6 Michelin star restaurants. Among them, Boca, combining Scandinavian produce and global flavors, plus Coca, serving 3, 5, and 7-course menus, bursting with local ingredients. West Sweden proper is characterized by seafood and the oyster safaris by Bohuslän province, just one unmissable experience among an archipelago of 8,000 islands teeming with shellfish. Sample the big 5: shrimp, oyster, crayfish, mussel, and lobster. At blockbuster restaurants like that of Salt and Sill Hotel overlooking the Skagerrak Strait and further inland, nestling blissful Danland Lake, Havita Horsen on at the striking Vakensgarden building. Okay, so the big 5: shrimp, oyster, crayfish, mussel, and lobster. Swedish Lapland. Food adventures abound in Swedish Lapland. A region must try and spin on daily fika is coffee. Coffee boiled in water over an open fire, and for most more adventurous, there is coffee cheese, marinated mozzarella-like cheese. Sometimes you may even find reindeer meat in your cup of joe. Gross. Okay, for statement dining, head to the Ice Hotel on-site restaurant, where moose and brambleberries are served on ice dishes. Or Niku Mountain Villa, 200 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle. Its cellar boasts 500 wines. In Jokkmokk, you'll find Najlaj restaurant with the Luma Sami name, meaning good, tasty, delightful, and the food is just that. Eva Gunnari and her team have created a beautiful, authentic, genuine menu and experience which has won global critic acclaim. In Luleå, you'll find White Guide cited Koksbraren and Bistro Le Garage restaurants recognized as being among the Nordics' best. Skan country, southernmost Sweden. Traditions include rich, sumptuous goose dinners and spitaka, a dry meringue like spit roasted cake. Skan comparatively mild temperatures have allowed for picturesque wineries to flourish. Alternatively, check out producers of Must, a popular non-alcoholic beverage made of pressed apples made at beautiful locations such as Applets Hus in Kavik. At the Absolute Home Villa in the coastal town of Hahus, the site where almost all the world's Absolute is produced, you'll find an interactive experience telling the story of the famous vodka brand. The tours, which are led in English and Swedish, run frequently throughout the day. Pre-booking is especially advised. Elsewhere, Skan's edible country table is found at its center in Aramanas in a beautiful beech tree forest. All right, and next to the southern province of Småland, where beloved eats include Ostkaka, Swedish cheesecake, Isterband, a lightly smoked and coarsely ground sausage, plus Bulgaris stick candy, which your guests can make and buy in the town of Grana. Popular pastimes include fishing and crayfish, parties around Småland's glassy lakes, and sources lingonberries for jam, often served among meatballs. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries are also grown in abundance across the areas 3 national parks, and 400 nature reserves. In Baxter, you'll find Michelin-starred restaurant PM Banner with a philosophy based on the cornerstones of forest, lake, and meadow. This fabulous eatery uses fantastic local produce to refine and reinvent local traditional dishes. Smallin's edible country table is hidden in the mossy woodland in Asaharag, a 45-minute car ride from. Also, don't miss Rudenstamm's, which produces white currant sparkling, a non-alcoholic beverage which is becoming commonly used at special occasions such as holidays and crayfish parties. All right, how many edible country tables are there? 9, 15, or 13?
13.
13.
Very good. Which region is known as the pantry of Sweden?
Jane.
Thank you. Which time of year do Swedes enjoy crayfish parties?
Late summer.
Very good. Which table is situated only 15 minutes from Gothenburg? This one? Or this one?
Skane,
No, it's the middle one. Yeah.
the middle one.
Thank you. Which island in Stockholm archipelago can you bake cinnamon buns with Sweden's best home baker? Vesterberg, Vaxholm.
Vauxhall.
Very good. All right. So congratulations, everybody. You should have your certificate right here. You can click on it. It should pop up. Have your name there. Okay. If your name's not right, you can go in and update your profile. Post this on social media. You can download it. Click here to download it. You can print it. You should also, I think, get an email. Okay. So here you can print it, you can email it, post it on social media, share all the exciting stuff that they do, like, the Christmas and the, what is the summer one? Where they do all this stuff, but,
Midsummer.
Midsummer, thank you. So again, congratulations, everybody. I have this recorded if you want to get your team to practice, or if you have anybody that's interested. Tomorrow we are doing the Hyatt update. So let's get there. That's this one. So let's see if I'm registered. Sign in. May have to re-sign in or something. My password. Evolution@gmail. Nope. Okay. Okay, so I'll have to figure that out. Second most. Gothenburg is the second most important city in Sweden, located in the region of. Do you guys remember that one?
Scotland. Scotland.
What are the options?
Okay, the options are West Sweden, Småland, and is it Värmland?
What is it? I'm sorry.
West Sweden and Småland and Värmland.
Let me see if I can get back to it. Not allowed to go back. Does anybody have that answer? Sorry, guys.
No, but it lets you redo it. If you need to, just press that arrow.
So just guess and then see.
All right.
There's usually only 3 answers anyway, so.
Hey, Marnie,
Uh-huh.
the World of Hyatt, where are you going to get that?
Well,
Where
that's what
you
I'm
sign
trying
up
to
for
find
that?
out. I think it's under VAX originally, Apple Leisure Group. I think this is an update to it.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure that out, so. Apple Leisure Group, let's see.
I'm signed up for all of those. Let me go and see. I'll help.
I put something in the chat. I'm not sure if that's right, but
Thank you.
'cause
Let's
I
try it.
already registered with them, so.
Okay, thanks. All right. So travel advisors, and then it will take you to the trainings.
And then it says like sign in or join.
Book America. All right, I checked the delegate coming in. Confident learning. Okay, here. There we go. Okay, let's try this. I remember which one I had it under. We'll save this password. Okay, email. So most likely I did under this. Okay. Anybody else need help with their test? Did everybody pass? We don't want to leave anybody behind. Make sure you get your certificate. All right, perfect. Yay, thank you. Thank you, Stephanie, also. Let me go ahead and you read through. Okay, thank you. So let me, because I'll send out a reminder of this also. So what do I have over here? Da, 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 da. So here we got, I need to do HTTPS Hyatt inclusive COLLCTION.com/en/travel advisors. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. And save that. Okay. All right. So congratulations, everybody. Next week, we are doing Royal Caribbean. We're not doing anything on Saturday since it's boot camp in California. A lot of people will be gone, so I didn't sign up for one. But on Sunday, we're doing Greece next week. So hopefully you'll join us for that. And what are we doing on the 31st? 31st, we're doing all Royal Caribbean still. Yeah, we'll probably be finishing this up. So again, congratulations, everybody. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much. And the Hyatt one, it is an update. So again, we've done these in the past, so I don't know if you have to have completed the prior ones. But if so, it should be here. Hyatt. Yeah, Hyatt Part 1, we did 11 months ago, and now they have an update. So you can try to catch up on that. And then we did the final exam.
So do you think, Marnie, if we've not done the Hyatt one at all, we should do your part 1 recorded of it?
Well,
and then
probably these are because this says it's an update that we need to do. So,
but if you haven't done it at all, would you need
yeah.
to start with the first one?
We probably need to start with the first one. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, roger that. Thank you.
You're welcome. So
Marnie,
do today.
when you sign into Hyatt,
Uh-huh.
did it tell you that you would get a email in your inbox?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not the only one. I just wanted to make sure I was like not doing something wrong. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. How come I have to wait for my email now?
Yeah, so, and again, I'll have to play with this later to try to get in because, so yeah, so again, the Hyatt, you should be able to just sign in and then start fresh. It should be under the ALG training and stuff.
I believe it is.
Yeah. So again, I would just start here and then it'll take us here and show you how.
Sea views for days. Oh, and when I tell you the Virgin Voyages food is absolutely unreal, and it's all included. This has
If not, we'll see you next Friday for Royal. If not, we'll see you next Sunday for Greece. If you have any other ones that you want to have done, if you look on my YouTube and don't see we've done them or it's been over a year, let me know so we can add it for the list for next month, okay? Otherwise, as we always say, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And if we don't see you at the beaches of the world, we'll see you at the bank. So make sure you post your certificate. Let's continue to learn and continue to post, okay? Work your business, all right? Thanks, guys. Congratulations. Have a great weekend.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.